Hello, welcome to For Flow with Chloe. I'm about to leave out into the very miserable, dreary weather yet again. I'm going to pull from the Lightseers Tarot. Currently have the moon in Cancer, pretty much everything else in Aquarius, Neptune in Aries, Saturn still in the end of Pisces. First card out, we have the Page of Pentacles. Finding your center. Beginning to find some stability, like a quest for real material gain, like what makes me feel solid, safe and secure, and like the beginnings of that. So you've got someone grounding, and this pentacle is like held at the center while they're in the center of this mandala of like a pentacle on the floor, and they're sort of balancing, finding their center, centering themselves. And our pages are our sort of beginning of the court cards. So an initiator. This card is stalking us. It's a nice one, stalkers. It's the Nine of Cups. It's, you know, got this big like liberation, just massive like solar plexus kind of woohoo, emotional fulfillment. Like the riches are coming. I feel emotionally rich, emotionally wealthy, and yeah, this gorgeous golden glow coming out from the solar plexus. Where's that one gone? There we go. So like it's like trying to find your stability and your center, and then you're like a stable platform to leap off, to be like woo. Is what I'm getting. And the Nine of Cups represents Jupiter, which is a planet of, you know, like luck, wisdom, expansion, higher learning, joy. And it's in Pisces, which is very like dreamy, like live the dream. Pisces is also very spiritual as well. And we have the King of Wands. We have had Neptune move into Aries, which is a fire sign. And so is King of Wands. We also have the Lion in the background, and we have, as the moon is in Cancer today, and she is looming up to her fullest, brightest illumination on the 1st of February, so the next 2 days, and then she will be at her fullest in Leo, the Lion. Rah! And Leo is very connected to the heart and solar plexus, connected to our confidence, our pride, and our heartfelt wishes, which is this is a very heartfelt wish, yeah? An emotional heartfelt wish. We also have the High Priestess, quite Cancerian vibes, so using your intuition maybe, going within and sort of scrying around among your deep feelings and, you know, figuring out your own internal messages and making maybe your decisions based on that. And we get the moon, big full moon. And we were just talking about it, about to be a full moon. In Leo, but currently it's in Cancer. Very Cancerian vibes here on this High Priestess. And the moon illuminates. So you might be having this moment of sort of going within and sifting around and scrying among your intuitive feelings. And then there's going to be a big illumination of what's been hidden, maybe what you've been ignoring, and a time to really focus on what has been buried or hidden beneath the veil. And with that Neptune now moving into Aries, many things might be being revealed. And with this full moon going to be in Leo, I was talking about this a lot yesterday, there might be this kind of spotlight energy on you and your wants and needs, and feeling very separate and illuminated yourself, and this need to sort of detach from the masses and really focus in on yourself and stand alone in your personal power, maybe having this intuition to do so and dig deep inside so that you're standing in your personal power about what it is that's going to give you this and this stability and this emotional fulfillment, and what's going to fulfill your wishes. There may be some things getting illuminated under the full moon. There may be some answers coming in. But I think they're going to be found internally rather than externally at the moment. And we also have, I've got quite a few. I'm going to go as deep as this. We have the Hermit. Oh God. My card's getting into the jumble. The Hermit. So taking yourself up to the mountaintop, ascending and going within. The Hermit takes himself off alone to explore the inner self, which is very connected to this High Priestess. And I was talking about, not being afraid to stand alone and go it alone and be, the observer of your own feelings and depths on a solo mission. Like the moon in Leo is going to be all the way on its own, and have on the opposite side of the chart to everything going off in Aquarius. And we also have the Hierophant. The Hierophant has stalked us over the last all week, pretty much. He's come up 3 or 4 times. And this might be the 4th time. It's definitely the 3rd, if not the 4th time he's come up this week. And that, again, is a spiritual ascension. Got this lovely mandala-like tree of life situation with the stairway going up to a realization and an ascension in yourself. Now, as the moon is in Cancer today, and we're going to come up to a full moon, I'm going to take one. I'm going to take one from a goddess of love first, because I'm always like Cancer, goddess of love. Lovely feminine vibes when we have the moon in Cancer. It's where she's happiest. My moon is in Cancer in my chart. And we have Journey. Your life is a sacred gift. And I'm sure this card is symbolic of Bridget. And I was talking about Bridget, the goddess of Imbolc, yesterday. And so the fact that this card has come up. We have this rabbit of fertility symbolizing, the coming of spring. And she's banging the drum in ceremony of the awakening of spring. And obviously there's a sun rising, and it's welcoming that sun back, welcoming that flame back into our lives with the big fireball in the sky. After this kind of sleepy, internal, darkness that we've been in of winter, the light is returning, and that's what Imbolc symbolizes. It's the festival of like the beginning of spring, and Brigid is very symbolic of that festival. The other one that flipped over, we've got a few, but I'm going to take this, stillness, be calm and quiet. And that is very, you know, she's very calm and quiet here, but knowing, she's like preparing herself for the re-emergence of that spark, that illumination, that early part of spring, that, you know, the fire in the belly growing back towards us, returning, rebirthing the sun. And where's she gone? Where's my high priestess? Stillness, be calm and quiet. Yeah, we were talking about that, and not being afraid to go it alone and find your own inner peace and calm. And because it was shown on the camera, I'm going to pull out this one as well, rest. Make sure you're having a nice bit of rest. Be still and listen to yourself, and the fact that it's quite fiery card, red-haired lady again, hugging a cat. Full moon in Leo. Be ready and rested for that full moon. Ignite as well. Oh my God, that's very Brigid as well. Release your potential. She's got the rabbit of fertility again, and she's holding the flame. I was talking about, you know, Brigid being the symbol of the fire in the belly, of the return of spring and a reawakening, a rebirth. But make sure you're well rested, ready for it. So I took a lot more from that deck than intended. Turning into a bigger reading than I anticipated. And because I wanted to take some from the Lunar Tarot as well. Look, there's a few more cards lurking in there. Got more now, yeah. I like to take, when we're coming up to a full moon, I like to take a card from the Lunar Tarot as well. We've got two. The Hermit and the Page of Pentacles. How funny is that? We started with the Page of Pentacles, like the initiation of a search for stability. There it is again. And we have got a full moon on it. It says reveal. Things are going to get revealed. And we had that moon card, and I was talking about things being revealed. And with this, all this reawakening and return of the sun, that, you know, that is going to be a reveal, like the dawn breaking on the horizon, the light returning. Things get revealed by the light, the full moon, the most illuminated point of the lunar cycle. Things getting revealed. And the Hermit, and we ended with the Hermit in the reading. So, double confirmation, spiritual enlightenment, and that he was also quite close to the Hierophant, which again, spiritual enlightenment. So there may be some revelations regarding your spiritual enlightenment. And that is the reading, guys. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, all that jazz. Thank you to you new subscribers and all you returning viewers. Have a wonderful Friday as we roll into the weekend. I am planning to record my Imbolc and full moon in Leo class tonight, yoga class. So look out for that posting over the weekend as well. Have a good Friday. Bye.